Hello there, America. We need to talk about something awkward. It's that thing we keep shoving under the rug, hoping it'll magically disappear. No, not your collection of Beanie Babies, though those should probably go too. I'm talking about the national debt. Right now, it's sitting at a whopping $36 trillion. That's trillion with a T. Like the kind you find in Terrifying. And it's not just a number on a screen. This debt impacts all of us. It affects everything from the roads we drive on to the schools our kids attend. But here's the kicker. Interest payments on this debt are projected to surpass military spending by 2025. You heard that right. We'll be spending more on interest than on our entire military. It's like taking out a payday loan to cover your mortgage and then having to choose between groceries or making the minimum payment. This isn't sustainable, folks. We're headed straight for a fiscal cliff, and the time to act is now. Ignoring the problem won't make it go away, it'll only make it worse. So buckle up, America, because we're going in deep on this debt disaster. Now, in the face of this financial fiasco, some brave souls are trying to do something about it. The financial mismanagement and wasteful spending have reached a tipping point, and the public's patience is wearing thin. People are demanding accountability and transparency from their leaders, and rightly so. The question is, who will step up to the plate and take on this monumental challenge? Enter the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE as it's known in bureaucratic circles. This department has been tasked with a mission that many would consider impossible. Yet the people working here are determined to make a difference. They believe that with the right strategies and a lot of hard work, they can turn things around. And no, before you ask, it has nothing to do with that adorable Shiba Inu meme, though the thought of a dog running the government is somewhat comforting right now. The name might bring a smile to your face, but the work they do is anything but a joke. They are serious about their mission and are ready to tackle the issues head on. Created under the Trump administration and given a new lease on life by President Green, DOGE has a simple yet Herculean task: root out waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government. This isn't just about cutting costs. It's about restoring faith in the system. The stakes are high and the pressure is on. Think of them as the government's own internal affairs department. But instead of investigating rogue cops, they're tackling rogue spending. Their job is to scrutinize every dollar spent and ensure that taxpayer money is used efficiently and effectively. It's a daunting task, but one that is crucial for the health of the nation's finances. Their mission is to conduct government-wide audits, shine a light on inefficiencies, and identify solutions to save taxpayer money. They dig deep into the financial records looking for any signs of waste or fraud. It's a meticulous process, but one that can yield significant results if done correctly. It's like those home makeover shows where they go through your messy attic and somehow manage to organize it and find lost treasures. But instead of old family heirlooms, they're uncovering hidden funds and resources that can be put to better use. It's a transformative process that can make a real difference. Except in this case, the attic is the entire federal government and the lost treasures are billions of dollars. The potential savings are enormous and the impact on the national debt could be significant. But finding these hidden treasures is only half the battle. The real challenge is implementing the changes needed to keep the government running efficiently. But the question remains, can DOGE actually make a dent in this mountain of debt? The scale of the problem is immense and the obstacles are many. From entrenched bureaucratic practices to political resistance, the path ahead is fraught with challenges. Can they overcome bureaucratic inertia and political resistance? These are powerful forces that have derailed many reform efforts in the past. It will take a combination of determination, skill, and perhaps a bit of luck to succeed. Or will they be just another toothless watchdog, all bark and no bite? The stakes are high and the nation is watching. Only time will tell if DOGE can rise to the challenge and make a real difference. To understand the scale of the problem DOGE faces, we need to talk numbers. Numbers that are not just figures on a page, but a stark reality that impacts every single one of us. Prepare yourself, because these figures are enough to make your head spin. They reveal a crisis that has been brewing for years, largely unnoticed by the general public. Since 2003, a jaw-dropping $2.7 trillion has been lost to fraud. That's right, trillion with a T. This isn't just a minor hiccup, it's a colossal hemorrhage of resources. That's trillion with a T, like the kind you find in taxpayers getting screwed. Imagine the frustration of hard-working citizens knowing their money is being siphoned off by fraudsters. And it's not just some abstract loss. This is money that could have been put to good use, improving our communities and our lives. This wasted money could have been used for, well, pretty much anything else. Think about the possibilities: better infrastructure, enhanced education, groundbreaking scientific research. Imagine the roads we could have fixed, the schools we could have built, the scientific breakthroughs we could have funded. The potential is staggering, and the loss is equally so. Instead, it's vanishing into thin air, lost in a maze of bureaucracy and mismanagement. The inefficiencies and lack of oversight are costing us dearly. Medicaid and Medicare, two vital programs that provide health care to millions of Americans, are particularly vulnerable to fraud. These programs are lifelines for many, yet they are being exploited. We're talking billions of dollars lost each year to fraudulent claims, kickbacks, and other shady practices. This isn't just a financial issue, it's a moral one. It's enough to make you sick, and ironically, it's making us all pay for healthcare we're not even receiving. The system is broken, and the cost of inaction is too high. The pandemic, as if it wasn't bad enough already, only exacerbated the problem. The urgency of the situation has highlighted the cracks in our system. Remember the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP loans? They were meant to be a lifeline for struggling businesses. Yeah, well, an estimated $160 billion of those loans were fraudulent. That's a staggering amount of money that could have saved countless businesses and jobs. That's enough to make you want to scream into a mask, which, let's be honest, we were all doing anyway. The frustration is palpable, and the need for action is urgent. Section 4, the digital age of deception, how technology fuels fraud. Now you might be thinking, how the heck is so much money being stolen? It's a valid question, and the answer lies in the rapid advancements in technology that have revolutionized the way fraud is committed. Well, friends, welcome to the digital age, where fraudsters are using cutting-edge technology to pull off their schemes. These aren't just your run-of-the-mill criminals. They are highly skilled individuals who understand the intricacies of the digital world. Gone are the days of forging checks and wearing fake mustaches. Those methods seem almost quaint compared to the sophisticated techniques used today. Today's criminals are tech-savvy, sophisticated, and always one step ahead. They use a variety of tools and techniques to exploit vulnerabilities in systems and networks. The internet has made it easier than ever to create fake identities, steal personal information, and commit fraud on a massive scale. With just a few clicks, they can access a treasure trove of data. And it's not just hackers in dark basements we're talking about. These operations can be highly organized and well-funded. Organized crime rings and even nation-states are getting in on the action, using advanced techniques to target government programs. These groups have the resources to carry out large-scale fraud operations. And if you thought things couldn't get any worse, brace yourself for the brave new world of artificial intelligence and deep fakes. These technologies are taking fraud to a whole new level. AI-powered bots can now create fake accounts, generate synthetic identities, and even mimic human behavior online, making it nearly impossible to distinguish between real and fraudulent activity. This makes the job of law enforcement and cybersecurity experts incredibly challenging. Deepfakes, which are essentially videos manipulated to show people saying or doing things they never actually did, pose a whole other level of threat. These videos can be incredibly convincing and difficult to detect. Imagine a deepfake video of the president authorizing a fraudulent payment, or a deepfake website designed to fish for personal information. The potential for damage is enormous. It's enough to keep you up at night, scrolling through conspiracy theories on the internet, which, let's be honest, we've all done our fair share of. The digital age has brought incredible convenience and connectivity, but it has also opened the door to new and more sophisticated forms of fraud. Section 5, Identity Theft, a modern plague demanding modern solutions. In this digital Wild West, identity theft has become the crime du jour. It's like the common cold of the internet, except instead of a runny nose, you get your bank account drained. And it's not just individuals who are vulnerable. Government agencies are prime targets for identity thieves looking to access sensitive information or commit large-scale fraud. Think about all the personal data the government collects: social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, even biometric information. It's a goldmine for criminals, and unfortunately, many government systems are about as secure as a sieve. So what's the solution? Well, we need to fight fire with fire. Just as criminals are using technology to commit fraud, we need to use technology to prevent it. We need robust identity verification systems that can accurately verify the identities of individuals and organizations interacting with government agencies. Think of the systems banks use to prevent fraud. They use a combination of factors like passwords, security questions, and even biometric data to confirm your identity. We need similar systems in place for government programs, systems that are secure, reliable, and user-friendly.